Hello and welcome to the Southern Hockey Network. We're back for the third game of the day. This time we've got the SEAL Team Stiks taking on the Jagr Bombs as we get set for puck drop. Jagr Bombs going to come away with it to start. Caleb Van Horn, after playing in that last game, is one of the officials for this one, so mention the work he's been doing. And in between the pipes today, you got Ralph Scotty, a sub goalie for the Jagr Bombs.
And on the other end, Joe Agnello for SEAL Team Stiks.
And he'll be playing tonight for the Detroit Muscle.
Yeah, they're taking on the Lightning, the last matchup of the day. We've got 5 total games here at the PAC on this Sunday afternoon and evening. This is game number 3 between SEAL Team Stiks and Jagr Bombs. We've seen a couple of fast-paced games to start, and hopefully we get another one here today.
Yeah, and almost a hard check there into the boards. Now sent around the boards and in. Battle there at neutral ice and a stick lift. So starting to see maybe some frustrations after that stick was lifted. That was a bit more of an aggressive play is now Johnson of SEAL Team 6. Say that 5 times fast.
Got to mention, too, the other official, Tim Totten, was also playing in that previous game.
You mentioned it. They got into that little scrap during the last one, and now they're out there calling this one together. Now skated out of the zone by SEAL Team. Now along the blue line. Turned over. Now cross ice pass. Now Demon Ekor, who is also part of the Detroit Muscle team that's playing today, is subbing in for this one. So seeing a couple subs out there on this line. It's now a battle on the boards. Comes out to the point. That one dumped in.
And just looking at it, too, hold on.
Shot there on Scotty. He'll make a save.
Yeah, I was just going to say, SEAL Team Stiks playing with 7 players. It
looks like they're getting some new ones joining the fray a little late. So now they've got 9 skaters. That's Jared Hartley.
Well, we mentioned it too, subs playing in multiple games. We'll have to see how the legs are feeling for those folks that are playing in multiple games today.
Especially one split by a game. That one goes wide of the net. Now a pass up the boards for the Jagr Bombs. They're going to try to drive it back behind. Pass rolls in on Agnello. And he'll make a save. This guy's one of the shinier goalie helmets. It's almost blinding.
Oh, yeah, you can see, like if you're here in person, you can see the glare from the mask.
Looks like a LA Kings jersey, is pretty sure the LA Kings just fell to the Avalanche in the first game of the series. If that one wrapped up, there was 4 minutes left when I was, and a goal there. That one's gonna get in from the blue line. No casual conversation here. Not quite sure who tucked that one in. 90 on the jersey, but don't have a...
Do not have that written down on our notes. But nonetheless, the Jagr Bombs up 1-0. That was a seeing eye shot. That found its way through into the back of the net.
Now they'll get the clear taken away in the neutral zone. That one was in the skates of Depot and now turned up the other way. And now a cross check, and they want a penalty there.
I don't blame them. I mean, that's a shove to the back there. And, I mean, not really a need for it, but we play on.
That's Emma Paravola who took the shove there as an icing against Seal Team. So now this face-off to the right of Ralph Scotty. Now down low, Jagr Bombs trying to get out of their own zone. That one's sent in by Costco. Seal Team comes away with it. Comes back into the slot, gets a shot away while falling down. That was Hartley. Now sent back around the boards.
Good defense there from the Jagr Bombs.
And they'll get it out of the zone. Sent into the Jagr Bomb zone, who go for a pass, but taken away by Seal Team. Now Hartley, a chip play. Forces a Jagr Bomb to lose a stick. Still skating around, takes a hard shot. That one taken away by the Jagr Bombs, not out of the zone though. Seal Team still working for it, and now finally cleared on a desperation play. And we're gonna get a whistle. 6:36 left to go in the first.
You can see from Steel Team Stiks getting some sustained pressure in the offensive zone. Not really quite getting high danger chances off of that zone time. But nonetheless, they're spending some time in the offensive zone. That shot got through, was stopped.
Now driving up the other way. Paravola, a good stick there by Seal Team Stiks.
Couple of bodies flying there.
Now Damamikor with it. Driving in, toe drag move, but loses the puck. Only had one person to beat, and now takes a spill trying to get back defensively. But 3-on-1, a shot there, and that one covered up. That was Sean Faust taking a shot there on Agnello. So we'll get a face-off to the right of Agnello.
It was an interesting face-off stance there. I had that top hand really far up.
I've seen a number of weird face-off formations that have happened here at the PAC, and Seal Team's going to head up the other way. Hartley with Johnson. Hartley a shot. That one goes wide of the net. Now Johnson with it, trying to jam away at it. We're going to see a spill there on the ice. Johnson's going to come away with it. A shot, that one gets blocked. And that one's going to roll in on Scotty, but just not able to get the glove on it. Now comes out to Depot, who's trying to backhand it, but now out the other way for the Jagr Bombs. A good back check. That one rolls in towards Agnello. Wide of the net. And now up the other way. Skosko takes a shot, and Scotty caught that one a little weird, but still able to grab it. Almost had to turn across the body for that grab, and another SEAL team member late to the fray, but joining the party.
Now looks like they've got 2 lines out there. I've said it before, the magic number, 10 skaters on the team for both sides.
Now Devin Brown, fresh out of the locker room, is on the left wing. Puck drops, SEAL team wins it for a moment, but the Jagr Bomb's going to come away with it. And that's going to be a whistle. And looks like we're going to maybe get a penalty. No, just a face off to the left as 2 teammates collide there.
Yeah, number 90 for Jagr Bombs. Again, we still don't know who that is. But he fell over back the top of his goaltender there.
Got to keep your head on a swivel even in your own zone as that comes out to the point. Demanicore along the blue line. Pass up. Costco trying to dump that one in. Now up the other way are the Jagr Bombs. Paravola shot that one. Saved by Agnello. And now a pass back door. As Leah Nichols trying to get a shot away, but just not able to get a stick on it. Now it rolls in towards Scotty. Starting to see some shoving between both sides, but refs kind of letting it go, letting them play. So now Nichols with it, gets it out to the point. Shot, that one gets blocked on the way in. Now cutting into the slot. Stick check, a shot on Scotty, it's still loose. And now Paravola's going to try to send it out of the zone and gets it out. Demanicore. A shot by Hartley rolls in on Scotty, and he's going to make the save there. That one almost had a chance to go 5-hole. But makes a save with 3:05 left to go.
It's a good job by SEAL team just getting pucks on net there, Gavin.
It's my favorite phrase. That is my hockey cliche if you want one. Put pucks where the goalie's got to make the saves. I try to make it a little more fancy, you know. It's the same cliche, just a different way of saying it. It's Demanicore. Pass to Nichols. Almost shoveled that one into the net. Scotty had to make a save there. That one down the length of the ice for an icing.
Yeah, almost a little tic-tac-toe play there for SEAL Team Stiks. And they're starting to snap it around in the offensive zone. Again, we thank you for tuning in. There's a lot of Stanley Cup playoff action going on right now, so if you're watching right now, we greatly appreciate you all tuning in.
As we know, the Tampa Bay Lightning are playing, and they're local to the area, so a lot of fans of that team, and currently 0-0 in that game. We're following it as well, so don't you worry. As a couple players collide at center ice, SEAL Team Stiks trying to drive it in, but turned over to the Jagr Bombs. And now Demanicore comes away with it, and they're going to whistle that offsides. I don't necessarily know if I agree with that call there, but there's a reason I'm up here. I feel like Nichols got back in time.
Yeah, I thought she got that leg over the blue line.
it doesn't have to necessarily be touching. It's just got to be over it. And I agree with you. I feel like she got back. I don't think that was an offsides, but we're up here. We're not wearing stripes. We're wearing announcer headsets, and that is not our job, as I like to say.
Well, if it was Caleb Van Horn making the call, the chance it could have been wrong.
There's a chance, and until he lets us interview him, I'm gonna stand by that. His calls are wrong, and if he has a problem with that, he can come ask me a question. Maybe he can do the interview. Maybe that's what we should start doing. We'll do reverse interviews every once in a while. I'll walk down there and ask if they want to interview me.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Well, it might be the first. So if you want to do announcer interviews when I walk down there and call the name, you just let me know. You guys can interview us. And it's passed to the slot. A backdoor, and what a play on the backhand as SEAL team ties it up.
It's a great look going to the net. Almost in a phone booth there. Forehand, backhand.
And that was Ricky Johnson tying it up for SEAL team.
Or actually, was that Jared Hartley?
Now Ricky Johnson put that one in the back of the net. Number 87. As we're going to get close to the final minute in this period as that one rolls right wide of Agnello. Now turned up. Now a chance for Depot, a shot. And Scotty almost let that one go 5-hole, but able to catch it on the end of the pad.
Yeah, I mean, Scotty, unsure of where that puck was. I mean, you saw him look back almost instantly. But good on Scotty. He's able to squeeze the pads together, prevent that from getting through him.
Manicore trying to keep it in, but chipped past him. Costco now after it. Costco skates behind Agnello, passes it up the ice. Now turned over by the Jagr Bombs. A hard slap shot. That one rang iron. Number 90 looking for the second of the game. Now Hartley up the other way. 90 back on the back check. Now a shot. That one's blocked. By who else than number 90 for the Jagr Bombs? All over the ice. And we're going to see a whistle for icing with 1.9. And they're just going to let that one roll out. So both teams head to their benches, take a breather. We'll take a breather, and we will be right back here on the Southern Hockey Network. And we're back for the second period. A 1-1 tie between the Jagr Bombs and the Steel Team Stiks. Still trying to say that 5 times fast is almost impossible as the Jagr Bombs drive in. That shot blocked by Costco, and that one rolls in on Agnello, who makes a save. Another shot, that one blocked, that time by Johnson. Now backhanded out of the zone. That one's going to roll down, but would roll down towards the goalie, so no icing. Both teams still looking to find their legs as now Jagr Bombs up the other way. Now backhand pass out to the half wall for Steel Team as they were trying to turn it up ice. Jagr Bombs come away with it.
This one's been very back and forth so far. I know in the last one, the second period was where things broke wide open.
And all it takes is one team to get momentum, but neither team able to, so far early in this one, find too much zone time. A lot of, I would say a little bit of sloppy play in the neutral zone, but that's maybe a credit to the defense on both sides, wanting to keep teams from not breaking through it so easily as now Steel Team got a shot in on Scotty. Now a battle along the boards right below us. Costco's just going to fire that one into the zone and go off maybe for a change. No, just gets back. Not too much dump and chase in this game, was just what we've seen in the first two.
Seeing Steel Team sit back in a passive neutral zone, like they're running a 1-2-2.
Well, and that's the Montana Gordon special, and he is the captain of this team. Not in the lineup today, but when he plays for the Trash Pandas, you'll see him. He'll dump the puck down and then stand alone in his own defensive zone. As that one up into the netting, and man, maybe almost a chance for a souvenir for us.
Yeah, if only this netting wasn't there. That was coming right for me.
Well, we'll have to get you a goalie glove so you can make some saves up here.
That was over 2 minutes before the first whistle of the period.
So starting to maybe see some good pace of play. The Manicore now tried to drive in, had to circle back, and that kind of slowed the rush down, but still has the puck, a shot on Scotty, and that one saved. The Manicore comes away with it, looking for a pass. Gets it to the blue line. Now to Depot. Took a shot there. Depot went to drop it off, and a little bit of a miscommunication there, and the Manicore is going to come back for it. Cuts back, almost has it taken away by Paravola.
Manicore has been really shifty out on the ice here in this game.
We'll have to see if that'll be the same Manicore we see tonight as a shot in by Hartley, and that one goes wide. Now Paravola. And what a move there by Hartley. Hartley takes a shot. That one goes wide. Now a backhand try. Owned by Devin Brown. Jagr Bombs trying to get out of their own zone. Been hemmed in, and they're going to turn it over in front of the goal there. A pass, no one there, but Hartley able to come away with it. Pressured by Faust.
Steel Team putting on a lot of pressure. Even when Jagr Bombs gets the puck, they're all over it.
We're going to get a whistle there. Agnello with the save, and Steel Team going to get some fresh legs out there The issue with having a strong forecheck is that sometimes you use a lot of your energy, and it allows the other team to go up the other way, take advantage of tired legs.
Well, these guys and gals out on the ice know to shorten the shifts here in adult league, right? 30 to 40 seconds, get on, get off. Definitely not, 1 to 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, not seeing any NFL shift times as we get a whistle there, and we don't have any chips in the jerseys to track that for you, or skate speed, or shot speed, or puck speed, or any of that. Maybe that's some technology we'll have to find a way to incorporate. 7:32 left to go in the second.
I'll have to give everyone one of those catapult things you put on your chest that tracks all of that data.
Absolutely. I think that might be the next step for the Southern Hockey Network, is tracking shot speed for the PAC AHL. That one's sent out of the zone. That's going to be another icing. As Van Horn blows the whistle. He's uncorked his today. And you can hear a fan down below not happy with the call, saying that one was on the net. Goalie could have made a save there and chose not to. Puck will be dropped. Domanicourt circles back. He's going to skate after that one with some speed. Taking a fall there. A shot, that one hit the net. Now sent out by the Jagr Bombs. They're going to be back for it. Now Nichols going to play it out. A hard shot, that one. Saved by Agnello.
That was a hard shot, but that was also a well-placed shot just over the pad, and Agnello able to hold on to it. Wish we had the shot speed of that one.
This puck is set to be dropped.
We're just about at our halfway mark of all 5 games today.
And now sent up by Faust, who's got the puck. Tries to drop it back for Paravola. And now SEAL team the other way. Pass from the knees. And now we're going to see a penalty. Van Horn has got the arm up, and Johnson a little bit of a collision there. And he's going to head to the box. Looks like they're going to get him for an interference.
Yeah, just a collision in the middle of the ice. I mean, I guess the officials determined it wasn't inadvertent enough.
But just an unfortunate collision. You never like to see two players collide, and that one was one of the more tough collisions we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, no one's really trying to hit anybody in adult league, so everyone just wants to go out there and play.
There is no IR. There are no medical trainers, and that puck still came loose as Agnello looked like he got the cover. So a clear to start it off for SEAL team. Now the Jagr bombs up the other way. Paravola drives down low, goes wraparound. Agnello with the save. Another shot, and they're going to score. Spencer Wright tucks one in and gives them a 2-1 lead on the power play.
Wright just steps into that shot. That puck squirted out to about the top of the circle, and he just lets it rip. That's over the shoulder of Agnello. And the Jagr Bombs have broken the tie.
They always say protect the house, well, he was right there in the attic.
I mean,
for that shot.
Everyone was in front of that puck. I don't know how that got through.
We've seen a number of pucks that you think end up in the back of the net that don't, and some that shouldn't get through, and it's just been one of those kind of days. The pucks have eyes of their own. They're going to go where they want to go. As Domanicourt passes it back. Brown was trying to get that one cleanly and not able to. Now Hartley a shot. That one goes wide of the net. Caught maybe a piece of it and redirected behind. Now pass to the slot. It's loose. Now backhand pass. That one rolls towards Scotty. He'll make a save. 4:10 left to go. Awesome. A spill there by a Jagr Bomb, and Agnello arm up. That's going to be an icing against the Jagr Bombs.
That was almost a full ice stretch pass without the puck touching the ice. It was just out of the reach, though. What a good look, nonetheless.
And we talked about being able to control the puck. Like the ceilings here are low, and so able to keep it just above the ice and stretch it like that's impressive. So now the Jagr Bomb's going to send that around the board out of their own zone. Costco sends it in, but SEAL team offside, so they got to touch up. And now a penalty, and this one looks like it's probably going to be called a hook. Is Agnello made the save, and see who's gone to the box.
Puck's in the net.
They're gonna.
This is an interesting dilemma.
Well, we saw the other day where Van Horn called a goal and it was eventually waved off. So they said there was just a penalty, and we haven't seen a no goal or a goal call. But it looks like we're just gonna see.
Yeah, because number 90 for Jagr Bombs was cutting to the net. He got tripped up, ran into Agnello, and then the puck went into the net. It looks like.
So it looks like they're not going to give it a goal. And Costco is going to head to the box for 2 minutes, and now a chance for Jagr Bombs to take advantage of their second power play of the game. Already scored in the first one.
Yeah, you could have argued that there should have been a penalty on both sides because of the goaltender interference. But again, with that, you never know.
Well, and especially with, you mentioned the trip being the reason, and a hard slam into the board behind the net there, and that was almost towards like the back end where the puck wasn't. 90 a shot. Now a spill by SEAL team. And now we're just seeing everybody falling. Now the Jagr Bombs with it. A hard shot. Oh. Depot's kicking that one away, showing off some soccer skills. Now a shot. That one rolls in on Agnello and able to get the glove on it and get a cover.
Yeah, 90. I think that's just what we'll call him now. 90 all over the offensive zone. And yeah, Gavin's stepping into the camera for a moment. Lenah has to step away.
So I'll be doing play-by-play, and if I miss something, I'm sorry. It's different running a camera and following the puck and following the play. As comes out past the blue line. Jagr Bombs back for it. They're going to send it up the ice. And I apologize, Lena's much better at this than me. true professional. There's a shot there.
That was off the mask of Agnello. Off
Now
that
SEAL
chrome
team.
mask.
The LA Kings silver. So now Jagr bombs back for it. 45 seconds left to go on the power play. And they're going to drive it up into the SEAL team zone. SEAL team comes away with it. A 2-on-2. Pass to the slot, taken away by the Jagr bombs. 20 seconds left to go on the power play. Faust with it. He's going to cut through center ice. Slow thing down. Final 10 seconds of the power play. SEAL team gets it. They're going to come away, slow it down. They're just going to dump that one down the ice, but not the full length. But they will kill off that penalty, so we're back to 5-on-5. Pass into the neutral zone. Try to get it through to Faust. And now dumped into the SEAL team zone. Sent around the boards. Now out to center ice where Johnson's going to get it. Johnson had to turn back. Now Depot gets it to Hartley. Hartley, a shot. That one goes wide. It's into the corner. Now out to the blue line. And Lenah is back on the camera, so I'll step back over to the play-by-play booth. And
Quick on-the-fly change right there.
like I said, it takes a crew to get this done, and Lenah needed a breather, and so she's back on the camera. I'm back on the call, and crew is all back here in the booth on the Southern Hockey Network. Because
He's getting a little chippy here.
we're into the final 30 seconds of the period. Another shot, and Agnello seems like he made the save, and
Yeah, he did right there.
he did, and he's shaking the leg out a little bit, maybe caught a piece where there's not too much padding with 13.7 left to go. We'll get one more puck drop and potentially one or two more opportunities. This face-off. To the left of Agnello. That shot's blocked. SEAL team up the other way. Final 2 seconds. Got to get a shot away if they want it to count. And the buzzer sounds, and Scotty made the save anyways. So both teams skated over to their bench. They'll flip sides, get a breather, and we'll be right back here on the Southern Hockey Network. We are underway for the third period. Puck is dropped. Jagr Bomb still a 1-goal lead.
Yeah, this is anybody's game here. It's been back and forth. Starting to get a little chippy too, as I mentioned, towards the end of the period. It should be a good one.
The SEAL team just has to find a way to get some sustained zone times.
Which they have been. Just Jagr Bombs have converted on their opportunities.
As Nichols a shot in on Scotty, and he'll cover that up. As that one rolls into the corner. Costco backhands it towards the slot. Nobody home there for SEAL team. And now sent out of the zone, and they're going to try to turn it up are the Jagr Bombs. Down back behind Agnello. Comes out to the point, kept in. Now dumped around the boards. Comes out to SEAL team, and they're going to move it up the ice. That one dumped in, no icing. So puck escapes the zone. Jagr Bombs are going to have to touch up and try to skate into this one. Get inside the zone, driving inside, backhand try. Agnello looks like maybe he got a piece of that one, send it up into the netting.
Yeah, and let's see, who is that for Jagr Bombs? Spencer Wright is walking down. He had a clear path to the net, and oh man, just that backhand chance. Great stop by Agnello. But yeah, SEAL team Stiks need to converge on the front of the net. Can't let someone walk into the slot like that.
It's about protecting the house. Like I mentioned earlier, is now SEAL team trying to put some pressure in the offensive zone. Pass gets to the slot, but Jagr Bomb, it will turn it up the other way. Shot by Faust, that one gets blocked. And now Brown up the other way. A 3-on-2. And some misplay there on the stick and turned over.
He was doing a drop pass there, Gavin.
Well, unfortunately, there was no one to drop it to, Noah, and that, you know, I love the drop pass, but you got to drop it to somebody. That's the part of the drop pass.
I think he had just lost the puck and decided, hey, this is going to be a drop pass. I'm going to skate forward, and hopefully someone else skates into this.
You got to give credit where credit is due. But unfortunately, like you said, you just hope somebody's there, and then you're like, oh, that was calculated. But if no one's there, then it just doesn't look good. It's kind of like how that Carolina goal that we were talking about earlier during the first game, where it just beat Olmark 5-hole, but it was the passing that set it up. But all of that could have looked completely different if one pass didn't go their way. We're going to get a face-off to the left of Agnello, as this one's going to come into the SEAL team zone. 8:45 left to go. Escapes the zone. Jagr Bomb's going to skate back for it. They'll slow things down, try to move it up the ice. And now flip back into the Jagr Bomb zone. SEAL team after it. Depot with it, cuts inside, tries to go to the backhand, and he scores! Clip that. That is a highlight reel goal, and that is one way to tie this one up.
He said whoop, and then whoop again, and finishes it. What a beautiful goal.
What a way to tie this up.
Yeah, and we're all tied up here.
Man, if only we could get one more look at that. I'm trying to replay that in my head right now. That's how good that goal was.
Oh, my.
Highlight reel goal after highlight reel goal on a Sunday here at the Polk Athletic Complex. There's a shot there, and they score. So 2 quick goals for SEAL team, and now they've got a 3-2 lead.
Just like that. That's 2 quick ones there for SEAL team Stiks.
They must have heard us talking about putting some pressure and getting some guys in the slot. I don't know. But Demand Corps coming in a sub position for today's game has got the lead for SEAL team. Is now looking for maybe another one. Is routes back behind the net. Takes it all the way around. Is now driving towards the slot. Takes a shot. Looks like he was trying to get a pass over to Johnson, who has won in this game.
Here they come again.
Pass off to Nichols. A shot, that one off the side of the net. Saw that hit the twine and thought it snuck in on that near that right side post, but just wide of the net. But now you can see the momentum for SEAL team. They've got a little bit of confidence. Now Paravola faked a shot and cut back. And now shoots. Agnello makes the save. A wraparound try. Still loose. And Agnello able to get the cover. .6:53 left to go. And 2 goals in under 15 seconds.
Yeah, fireworks here in the third period of this one. We're in for a good finish here, Gavin.
This might be the game of the day in terms of being tightly contested. We've seen a lot of goals in the first 2 games, but not too many tight ones like this. And like you said, this could be a great finish. I've had a couple of overtime games this season, so still a chance maybe to force an overtime. For the Jagr Bombs. They've had some good opportunities. This one there is saved by Agnello and covered up. So we'll see another face-off. SEAL team's going to come away with it. And now a little shove on the board. So now cutting in. Faust on Agnello. It's a save. Comes out wrapped around. And now pinned along the boards. SEAL team chopping away at that one, trying to get it down. And now we're getting 2 teams, 2 players from each team going at it. A turning shot, and Faust able to get that one away, but checked towards the end of it, not able to get it cleanly. Now Pavola takes a spill and a little bit of shove in there. Starting to see some of that chippiness. Now chipped up the boards. Hartley for SEAL team. Drives in, shot. Scotty a save with the pad. Comes out to the near far half wall. Now Hartley still with it. Sends it around the boards. And it's wrapped around the boards. And then wrapped around the boards again. Now comes out to the points.
You got to get that puck on net. Got a clean look. Just got to fire that one.
You just got to put pucks on net, Noah. You got to put it where the goalie's got to make a save. That's the fancy way that I like to say that. Make the goalie make a save.
I expect to see a push from Jagr bombs here as we're now under 5 minutes to go.
I haven't seen too many goalie pulled situations this season. It's driving in a hard check, and that's going to draw a penalty. Puck still loose. Delayed penalty, though, and now we're going to get the whistle. And Scotty was on his way to the bench, was about to hop over the boards, and stick taps for the Jagr bombs. We'll see who's headed to the box. Looks like Costco, the guilty party. And now you're seeing some talking, a little bit of chirping down there. So now a 2-minute power play.
I think I saw the official signal unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
So we'll see if we get a...
I'm not sure, though. Yeah, they're sending a second player to the box.
So it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the Jagr bombs. They're going to be up 2 skaters. This is the first 5-on-3 I've seen. Look, and
now
save by Agnello.
Yeah, I'm a little confused because
wait, it looks like there's
only 1 penalty's up on the board, but SEAL Team Stiks only has 3 skaters out. Yeah, no, it's 1 penalty.
Oh, so they were playing a short 5-on-3.
Yeah, there's a 10-minute misconduct.
Well, you don't see those every day.
It's tacked on there. That's not on the board.
Like we said, we were talking about 5-minute majors earlier. We said we don't see those, but we did see a game misconduct. So 2 players in the box now for SEAL Team, but it is a 5-on-4.
Yeah, typically you don't see games get out of hand like that where
as Agnello makes a save.
Yeah, where the officials are throwing out 10-minute misconduct penalties.
Well, maybe this is where we get to talk to Caleb Van Horn and ask him what was the reason for that game misconduct.
Well, I don't know if that was him that called it. I know he called the initial penalty.
Is now Wright driving in. Backhand try. Doesn't get through. SEAL Team's going to flip it out. And Johnson had a chance to get it on the stick and drive it up the other way, but Jagr bomb's going to get back for it. Under a minute left to go on the power play. Almost drawing another penalty there, but no referee with the arm up. Now Demanicore takes a shot in on Scotty, and that one took a weird bounce. Almost was Demanicore's second of the game.
Yeah, if that was 6 inches higher, that's in the net.
There's a stick lift there by SEAL Team. It's going to come back into their zone. They'll just slow things down like they're on the power play. And they'll flip it down the ice and all the way down. Now Pavola waiting seconds of the power play. Demanicore is going to send it down one more time, and that will do it for the power play. So back to 5-on-5 with 2:30 left to go, and this is where you wonder if Jagr bombs get possession and can get some sustained zone time. Do you pull the goalie? Scotty looks like he's looking over at the bench every once in a while, checking. There are no coaches, so it's just when the team wants to call you over. So we'll see if that's the case. Is right now SEAL Team has the puck, and they're just going to clear it out.
Yeah, I'd give it about another 30 seconds before deciding to pull Scotty.
As Pavola's going to drive in, backhand tries to get a pass, and what a defensive play by SEAL Team. Now pass to the slot. Demanicore takes it away, a shot. Agnello makes a big save there. That was Faust driving downhill, and Agnello able to get down and protect the 5-hole. Now sent in. Faust driving into the slot. He shoots, and that one is going to be whistled dead with a minute 29, and Scotty looking over at the bench. He's at the top of that blue paint, and this faceoff is going to be.
Yeah, we'll get a timeout call. Faceoff's going to be to the left of Agnello. But that last chance there, walking down into the slot again. Agnello, though, standing tall. But yeah, minute 29 to go. We've got a great one on our hands here. Again, we thank you all for joining us here on the Southern Hockey Network. As we're down to the final minute or so of our third game of this Sunday slate.
And Montana Gordon not happy with the officials. He's asking for the officials' Venmo so that way he can get on the ref side. So you see, me and Nugent were talking about being a friend to the ref, and that's Montana Gordon trying to stay on their good side, offering to pay him up. I'm not quite sure why you would pay the officials, but at least not when your team's on the ice. But Montana trying to be a good friend to the ref, support them, help out the ref union here at the PAC.
Well, one of those officials is Caleb Van Horn, so.
And I know they're former teammates, so I know he knows the officials. And looks like, are we in another timeout now for SEAL Team? So it looks like now SEAL Team is using their timeout.
It might be an out of spite thing. I'm not sure.
It's kind of like icing the kicker in football. You know, you get set, you get your play ready, and then call a timeout. So a minute 30. Well, a minute 29 if you want to be specific left to go in this one. And Tamanicore not really needing the timeout. Looks like he was taking some figure skating classes out there on your camera there. He's doing some circles. Making sure the skates are sharp and ready to go. Looks like the Jagr Bombs have gotten their play written up there. Scotty is still in between the pipes. I thought we're gonna pull him.
I wonder what they wrote up here for this upcoming draw. Wonder if it was like, you know, you're playing backyard football, you're drawing with the finger on the football.
Yeah, unfortunately pucks aren't that big, so hopefully they weren't drawing on a puck or it was gonna get crowded, maybe flip it over, draw on the other side. But like you said, no coaches. Maybe drawing it on the blade of the stick. That might work. As they win the draw. Come away with possession. And a hard slap shot. And Paravola was on the ground.
That could have been dangerous.
Is now shot towards the net. Not able to get redirected. SEAL Team trying to clear it out of the zone and do. Jagr Bomb's going to come away with it. Scotty's still looking towards the net as Nichols is going to take it.
Yeah, SEAL Team Stiks looking to just kill the clock here.
Under a minute left to go, and that one almost found a way to go bar down. And now Scotty's going towards the bench. We're going to see the 6-on-5, and we're going to get a whistle for an offsides. Spencer Wright, so see if Scotty goes back with the offside. Looks like he's going to take a seat, comfortable down there on the bench. He's been standing for 35 minutes, so he's just going to take a seat. But this is a dangerous face-off right here. You have to win this if you're the Jagr Bombs.
Yeah, Jagr Bombs have to come out with this puck. Great keeping.
Now they're trying to drive it towards the net. Domanicore, who's got one in this game, has fired the puck down. But is going to be unselfish. Gets it to Nichols, who's going to shoot. That one's going to be blocked from going into the empty net. So seeing some flashes of goalie from the Jagr Bombs as Paravola now, final 10 seconds, chips it up the boards. to Faust. Faust drives in, shoots, and Agnello a big save, and that will likely do it as SEAL Team Stiks is gonna hang on despite a great last-minute rush by the Jagr Bombs.
What an end to this game. What a game as a whole. Close one all the way until the end.
Both teams putting on a lot of effort. And this one. So SEAL Team Stiks takes this one 3-2, and we've got another game coming up for you next here on the Southern Hockey Network as the Dirty Oars are going to take on the Deerbras when we come back for our next game here on the Southern Hockey Network. Thank you for joining us for this one.